Wow, it's such a beautiful day outside, and yet I'm more content to stay inside and hang out with you guys and work on this factoring shenanigans here. So let's do. I believe we're still in 7.5. Yep, 7.5, and we're gonna hop to example 4 because that's where I left off. So let's get started with that. Example 4 says we have x squared. All right, x squared plus 7x equals 18. Well, the thing with this is the directions say solve. So that means I'm looking for the values of x. So what do I do? Well, that means I have to get everything to this side. Why this side? Well, there's more stuff on this side, okay? But I need this side to be equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 18, subtract 18. This is 0. And over here, I'm left with x squared plus 7x minus 18. Now, I want to factor this. And I want to factor it so that I get the factors of negative 18 that add up to 7. So I'm going to start over here, negative 18. So that's going to be 1, 18. So let's make it negative 1 and 18, 1 and negative 18, negative 2 and 9. We're going to go 2 and negative 9. We're going to go 3, negative 3 and 6, and 3 and negative 6. And which one of these factors or pairings of factors adds up to 7? Very good. This guy right here, negative 2 and 9. So we're going to do x minus 2, x plus 9. I can check my work by doing 9 times negative 2 is negative 18. 9 plus negative 2 is 7. So in the last section, like 7.4 or something like that, we solve these. So what I do is I take each piece, set it equal to 0, okay? And I solve each of these one-step equations. So here I'm going to add 2. Okay, I'm going to add 2. And here I'm going to subtract 9. So when I add 2 over here, I get x equals 2. When I subtract 9, I get x equals negative 9. So there's my 2 answers. Okay? So we're good on that front. Now let's go through the checkpoints. I'm not going to do all of them. I think you guys should do, half of them on your own. So I'll do, let's do it this way. Who do I want to choose? Sammy. Evens or odds? Fantastic. Odd. Love it. All right, so I'm going to do 7 and 9, and you guys can do 8 and 10 on your own. And on the back of this, there's a whole bunch of example problems that you guys can go through and do, okay? And just practice them, all right? And after I'm done these two, you guys can hop onto IXL and you guys can work on those for your teacher. So number 7 is x squared minus 8x plus 15. So I'm looking for the factors of 15 that are going to add up to negative 8. We're using the pattern, okay? All right, this is positive, so that means my signs are going to be the same. And since this is negative, that means it's going to be x minus and x minus. So I'm looking for the factors of 15 that can give me 8. And already, I'm kind of thinking it's going to be 3 and 5. So let me fill them in, and let me check my work. Does negative 3 times negative 5 give me 15? Yes. Does negative 3 plus negative 5 give me negative 8? Very good. So I got my 2 factors, okay? Let me get rid of this. So I have equals 0. So I'm going to do x minus 3 equals 0 and x minus 5 equals 0. I'm going to solve each of these, okay? So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. That's going to give me x equals 3. And here I'm going to add 5. I'm going to get x equals 5. So there we go. That's number 7. Number 9, just like the example we did, okay? Let's get this erased. It says x squared plus 5x equals 14. So I'm going to subtract 14 from both sides because I want it to be equal to 0. There's my 0. On this side, I have x squared plus 5x minus 14. So I'm looking for my factors of negative 14 that add up to 5. All right, so I'm kind of thinking, which ones can give me a 5? Okay, well, I know because this is negative, one's going to be positive, one's going to be negative. All right, now I'm just trying to fill in those two blanks. Okay, so let's start writing down the factors of 14. Okay, so I have 1 and 14 and 2 and 7. Of those two pairs of factors, which one could give me a 5? Very good, 2 and a 7. Now I have to figure out, is this 2 or is this 7? I don't know. Well, remember the bigger number has to be positive because that's positive. So it's going to be x plus 7, x minus 2. I can check my work by doing 7 times negative 2 is negative 14, and 7 plus negative 2 is 5. So I have x plus 7 equals 0, and x minus 2 equals 0. So I'm going to get x equals negative 7, and on this side I'm going to get x equals 2. Here's my two answers. Why don't you guys go ahead and try to complete 8 and 10. If you have any questions, reach out to your teacher. Okay? For my kids, you can always reach out to me. I'm always available. All right? If you're just hopping on, watching this from another class, that's cool. Okay? You can reach out to me too. Okay? If you feel more comfortable with your teacher, go ahead. On the next page, like I said, there's a whole bunch of practice work, but that's extra practice for you guys. If you guys want to know answers, I'm probably going to, go over a few maybe next time.